To explore the character of Mikey, we have to start off with like the first introduction that we got with him. That was in episode 2 or 3, I believe. And when we first saw Mikey, he was together with Draken, and he walked in with a lot of authority. We saw him as this kid that was suave. He was calm. Like, the situation was not a calm situation. Takemichi was getting one-sided beaten upon. But Mikey was that sense of calm. He came in and he told Takemichi, hey, I really admire the way you handle yourself. Even though he was just taking the beating, he handled himself with pride. Later on, we found out that the reason why Mikey really gravitated towards his character was because it really reminded him of his older brother, Shinichiro. We don't really get a lot of information regarding the character of Shinichiro in the anime. Mostly, we explored that in the manga. I'm gonna break this video down from manga to anime so that the anime oldies also can have a section for this, and I'm gonna timestamp where the manga spoilers start. You know what? This is the perfect time to take a break. Don't forget to like, comment, share, subscribe, enjoy. So in the anime, when we first saw Mikey, he had this aura. He had the respect of everybody around him. He had Draken as his right-hand man. But we knew something was not right with this kid. Even though he seemed all fun and games, like something was broken inside him. Like, from the first moment we saw him where he was beating up Kiyomasa, and like you could see the blood on his face, and this kid with a smile, he turned around to Takemichi and he goes, I will see you soon. Like, he was built different, and despite all of this, you just can't hate this character. You have to love the character. He was designed, and everything about him is so lovable. But the first moment that you truly see that something is truly broken within this individual is when we find out that after Draken died, Mikey kills Kazutora. And Takemichi now is desperate to save Mikey from killing Kazutora. It just doesn't sit right, because you can see how empty and dark Mikey's eyes were. He was fully willing to kill Kazutora at that point after he killed Baji. After Takemichi joined Toman, he basically became the light to Mikey's darkness. Even though he didn't have the positioning for the most part of season 1, he quickly rose up the ranks and became the light to Mikey's darkness. And like, Mikey felt a sense of trust with Takemichi, and he felt comfortable with Takemichi, opening up to Takemichi, telling him what he was feeling and what he was dealing with. But there's a lot of things that Mikey was still holding back. From here on out, it's gonna be manga spoilers. The manga just shows the tragic story that is the story of Sano Manjiro. When we first see Mikey's situation, like his family, his upbringing, how in the Tenjuku arc specifically, how everybody was just dying around him. He just had Emma at that point, and Emma got killed by his adoptive older brother, kind of his older brother. He killed her, and now he also died. So now Mikey was alone. Shinichiro had died years ago at this point by his best friend. So a lot of things were spiraling around Mikey, and Mikey was starting to lose his cool. The veneer of calmness that he had was starting to break, and you could easily see it. When Emma died, they had the war with Tenjuku at that same night, but Mikey and Draken could not muster themselves up to go for that battle, because for all intents and purposes, the reason why they started Toman was to protect their loved ones. But at this point, Mikey has lost basically all his loved ones. Out of the founding members of Toman, most of them are either incarcerated or dead. His sister is also dead, so like, what was the point at this point? And Takemichi took the reins of command and he went to war. They were losing until Mikey came in, and Mikey put their house in order. Like, Mikey was built different. He was a different gravy, like different sauce. Mikey is not to be trifled with, and that was the arc that really cemented his place in a lot of people's mind. Like the Christmas incident, like he did bits, but the Tenjuku arc, for me, that's my favorite arc. He did bits. But in the backstory of Mikey, we saw a lot more to create who he is as a character. The dark impulses, quote unquote, that they kept on alluding to and mentioning, we got it. We explored it. To me, it's a cheap cop-out, and the way they did it just felt all sorts of wrong. the time travel also that Shinichiro had, and at the end, the final arc, Mikey was the conduit to Takemichi's time control, time leap. That was really weird, and I felt it came out of nowhere, and they didn't fully explore how he came about this power, how he became the conduit to Takemichi's power. But they went back to the past, and now they could remember their time travel, essentially, him and Takemichi, and they fixed up everything. And it was a happy kumbaya moment, everybody was saved. But prior to this jump, when we first had post-Tenjuku time jump, he went back to the future, everybody was happy. Takemichi was about to get married to Hina, everything was perfect, picturesque, but Mikey was nowhere to be seen. They were supposed to have a time capsule that they opened together. With Mikey, everybody was supposed to have a get-together, a reunion for them to open it, but Mikey was not seen. They saw everybody's present that they left for themselves 12 years ago. So Takemichi opened everybody's, including Mikey's, even though he was not there. And at the end of Mikey's, he had a message for Takemichi, like, even though it seemed that I made this choice where I'm happy, please come save me. Which led to the sequence of events that transpired in the final arc, where Takemichi came back trying to save Mikey from his darkness, eventually them time leaping together, going back to the past, saving everybody, literally everybody, like nobody died. It was, I guess, a feel-good moment, kind of rushed, not really explored, but that's Tokyo Revengers in a nutshell. Like, for me, they should have definitely ended after Tenjuku arc. Mikey didn't have a happy ending, but that's fine. Like, not always does everybody have a happy ending. And everything just fits perfectly. Everybody had their own job. Everybody had their own thing that they was doing. Mikey was not there, but he was doing his own thing. And they explained how Mikey pushed everybody away. So, like, for me, that place, I was content. And the whole plot of Tokyo Revengers was for him to save Hina. So why sacrifice that to go back and save Mikey? Didn't make any sense. But that is the character of Tokyo Manjiro's president, Mikey Manjiro, Sano Manjiro. Anyway, don't forget to like, comment, share, subscribe. Thumbs out.